guys, and welcome to my channel. So my Tesla is currently at Tesla for new windshield and get some inspection done, and they gave me this Cybertruck here as a loaner. So am I excited? Well, yeah, I never drove a Cybertruck, so of course I'm excited. Now let's see if I like this Cybertruck or not. Let's not tell you my opinion right away, so let's not spoil it. Let's go through let's look at it from the outside first. So this here, as you can see here, is the Foundation series, which I believe was the first ones that came out. I did not check what year this is. I really didn't. So let's have a look at it. I mean, it's a very highly controversial vehicle. Some people like it, some people hate it. I'm kind of in between, you know. I'm not sure yet. Well, I'll get to that a little bit later. So let's look at the front. And we notice right away, here's a camera, which is good. You know, our Model Y doesn't have one. License plates in Utah are not required, so this probably where the license plate would go. Grill looks really similar to all the other Teslas. Some tow hooks here, and then we have our lights, our headlights, and our parking lights there, and light bar here. So that is basically the front. So if I see the gaps here, they are, like people say, you cut yourself. I don't think you cut yourself, but it's super sharp stainless steel there. Pretty open gap here, which I am not a fan of. Same here. I think this sticks out pretty much here. The gaps are not perfect, okay? Then one thing I personally dislike, and I can tell you that right away, is this ginormous windshield wiper arm here. Look at that. That thing is ginormous. Look how big that is. I mean, you have to stretch your arms to reach that. That is ginormous. I mean, that is just really big. And I think it's a good idea to have only one. Or maybe it's not, I don't know, but the way it's executed, I'm not sure, okay? Not sure on it. Side view, the way we know it, you know, I don't hate the side view of it, to be honest. Now it locked itself, it made a weird alien sound there. Did you hear that? That was kind of interesting. Let's take the app, because when they loan you a car, you have it in the app too. See, there's my app. Let's unlock it. You hear that? Now the light bar is on. Lock it. Cool. Yeah, all those little gadgets. The mirrors here, very triangle shaped. It just locked itself. That's why it's in. I have to say, the full loaner car, this is really dirty. Look at that. You can see there's something written, a number written on it. This only has like 30 or 40 miles. It's brand new and it looks super dirty. Look at that. This is good to document that too, so they don't think that I am the one that dirtied up their brand new Cybertruck. Those wheel covers are plastic. They go over the tire, protects it. Goodyear tires, specially made for the Cybertruck. Stainless steel. You see fingerprints even on a 30-mile vehicle. You can see fingerprints already. Another thing I do not like, the cameras there, here. That's the door button to open the doors. I will get to that in a second. This is the charging port right here. Let's open the charging port here just to see. By the way, it also comes with a where's the charge port open? I think here. Here we go. There we go. Now I got it. Pretty cool. You can close it. Pretty nice. Tesla is really good with that. When you see all the other EVs, those big clunky doors. So yeah, props up to Tesla. They do a good job with those little things. The back here, same game as the front. The gaps here are pretty huge. Not a fan. See, that just sticks out so much. It's just weird looking. Not a fan of that, to be honest. Other than that, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's definitely, people say it's not a truck. It definitely is a truck. This feels plastic, but I think there's some metal underneath. It has to be. I think it's not as bad as its reputation, to be honest. Side view here, and let's look at the Frunk first, and then we'll head to the truck bed, and then we'll check out the interior. So I'm gonna go on the app here, go on controls, and I'll push open the frunk. Here it goes. Okay, first impression from me as a Tesla Model Y owner is this looks not that big. It's not that big, and stuff can roll out. No, but it's wide. It's pretty wide, so you probably get a big large bag in here, and you can put the groceries in, but they might fall out depending on how you park. But not bad. I mean, I don't hit my head on there. It looks like it might be dangerous for super tall people, and if you go more on the side, but here I don't. But that's, yeah, it's pretty sharp stainless steel there, so be aware of that. Cybertruck, yeah, you fill your windshield washer fluid up. So, yo, not bad. Not too bad here. And I believe we can close this with our app as well, which is not necessary, but pretty nice too. Here we go. Okay, let's go look at the truck bed. So if you buy a truck, that's what you want. And by the way, you can change the height here as well, so you can go up and down. I think this is the higher setting it's on now. I just got this, so and it's loaner, so bear with me there. Okay, this is how it works. It has this cover here. It's like a vault, you know, pretty good to protect your luggage when you travel. I do like that idea. You can close it and open it. That's something I really like. How do you open it? Well, you can open just the tailgate with this button here, or you can do it a couple steps. Open this first. Sounds a little bit like a train or a roller coaster, doesn't it? Then you push this button, and here comes your truck tailgate. Okay, this is a fairly sized bed. It's the same size bed, I think, as a F-150 and Silverado, so it's not as small as people say. The only thing is, if you stand on the side of it, you can't reach over and put something in your bed. But there's a pretty long bed, pretty solid. It has some outlets here, which that's a big deal here. Look at that. Look at that, you know, all those different types of outlets here. Big deal there, very nice. Some hooks here, they're pretty good quality, and some adjustable hooks here, which is also very nice, to be honest. Now this here I like, little trunk in the truck bed. I think that's something really nice. I've never seen that on trucks except for the Honda Ridgeline, which also is not a real truck, people say. There's the mobile connector in it, brand new in the bag. Yeah, great. What do you think? That's a good idea. I mean, I like that. So I'm a fan of that. Other than that, not my favorite truck when it comes to loading on the side here, because it's definitely pretty tall. So there's some traffic coming. You know, when you have a Cybertruck, everyone stares at you. That's kind of how things are. Now they're gone. Yeah, so I noticed this here is pretty sharp here when that's open. See that? It stands out. It's a little taller than plastic here. See at this side? It's the same, so I guess we're good. Close this again. That really sounds like a roller coaster or something. So, yeah, what do you think? That's the outside of the Cybertruck. Let's go inside and I'll tell you a little bit about the driving dynamics and what I find my opinion is. I can tell you right away, it is fast. I mean, this is a fast truck. You don't see the road that much, even you have all that glass in those windows, so that's a little bit something to get used to. It drives by wire, and all the four wheels turn when you do turns, so it had the turning radius is super small. It drives like a mini. I mean, it's like a go-kart. You don't think that you're in a big vehicle like this, but as I said, people don't like you, so they try to block you, and which is sad. I mean, just we're 2025, you know, we can choose so many things, so let people drive a Cybertruck if they want a Cybertruck, and don't don't harass them. That's my opinion. You can hate the Cybertruck, but don't harass people. Yeah, the suspension is adjustable, and let's see if we can do that over the app. I want to try that, see what it does. See the app. Let's see, controls. Okay, bed lights. There, the ride height. Let's do it on low or on entry. Okay, let's see what it does. Entry. See that? Oh wow! Look how it drops. Wow, look at that. Look how low that is right now. That's pretty amazing tech there. I mean, not only Cybertruck that has it, but still, that is a big difference. You see that? Alright guys, we'll get inside the Cybertruck and we'll see what goes on in there. Here's the button, push. And the door opens. Okay, I'll see you inside. Welcome inside the Cybertruck. As you know by now, it's not mine, so don't get upset if you don't like the Cybertruck. And let's see, look at, we just lowered it. Here's the ride height. Push on that and we can do it back on high. Look at this, go on high, and I feel it going up, and I see it going up on the screen too. That feels weird. It's going up with you inside of it. Very interesting. I mean, yeah, Tesla's good with those kind of things. It's really fast too. I've seen older vehicles that have that, and they just go slow, or you know, even German luxury cars, sometimes the front goes, then the back goes, the front goes. This here just is smooth. What do I think about the interior? It's typical Tesla. I'm used to it. I like the screen, nice size, very clean. Look at this, the pedals. And it is open in the middle here, so you can put your foot all the way over there. That's pretty good. I do like the armrest here. Comes from a plasticky material still. I don't know what it is, just plastic. This here is nice. That's smooth. It's kind of like an Alcantara type material. I really like this, and it's dark too. So that, yeah, really like that. Camera, tiny mirror, which you don't need because you have a mirror that pops up here to see an electronic one. An electronic one, you know what I mean, a camera mirror that comes in here because you have the tonneau cover down. Now the windshield is ginormous, and I don't know how you clean that because I could never reach down there. Look at that. Look how big. If something falls down there, you cannot get it. It is too far down. There's just tiny little windows there to look at. I feel like a bus driver. Kind of look at if there's space. The visibility here is pretty bad, so you can't see much out there on the road, so not great visibility. Side, you cannot see out, and the mirrors are good too, so no problem there. As well as you have your cameras here. I always have my camera button down here so I can do it. They don't have it here. There you go. You have the cameras. Look, they are really good. So some great cameras here. And what's this? Oh, it will just wash the camera. Do you see that? Just wash the camera with water. Now that's some good stuff there, you know. I like that. That's great. I don't like all the glass, so first thing I would do if I had a Cybertruck, I would put some window film here. So that's too light here. I don't like that. Those visors, if you put them up, it's a little different, but I don't know. Not a fan, you know, not a fan. Seats are very comfortable. Yep. Tall people, big people, small people, those seats they're good seats, so they're comfortable. Let me show you some things here. Let's do the glove box. Tap to open. Now watch. It's a tray. Isn't that nice? I like that. And it closes too by itself. That I like. here we have all the information here, the ride height, the tonneau cover, open close, headlight settings. You know, we don't have to go through all that. And if you're a Tesla person, you know how it works anyways. Your drive modes, you can configure them completely the way you want it. Chill, standard, relaxed, focused, ride height, towing, hauling, brake booster, you know, it has trailer auxiliary power there, trailer arm. It has a lot of different stuff. Charging, autopilots, just this one has hardware 4, so full self-drive on board, which is great. The lights, you know, this is all stuff to configure and set. Cooled and heated seats here on this one here. Yeah, it's a great vehicle when you look at all this here. But I've also owned a Tesla before. This one here has 60 miles only, so that is quite amazing, isn't it? 60 miles is what it has. So pretty cool. 60 miles only. And I forgot to mention this. I hope the sun is okay. So you can put this in an off-road mode, and in off-road mode it shows you the tire pressure, it shows you your pitch, your roll, you know, all of the information. The rear steer is enabled. You can put in weight mode. The ride height goes to very high, and stopping mode, you can change the locking differentials. You can lock the rear diff, and you can set the surface, you know, from all-purpose rock, gravel, deep snow, sand. You go on overland or Baja mode, so that's pretty cool stuff there too. And here it illustrates it as well, and you have your cameras around. So it is a little bit higher too when it is on in this mode. So let's go look outside what that looks like. I can feel that it sits higher. Yeah, it definitely sits a little bit higher on this mode. See that? Anyways, pretty cool technology on the Cybertruck. So you can hate it, but you gotta admit the technology is pretty cool. So let's go back. Door opens up automatic too. My seat is pretty far back right now, and very dark privacy glass here. Now I have to say, there's not more room than in a Model Y here. I mean, it's about the same. My knees are touching, but I also have the seat back that I normally have. So this is where it would be. And it feels like it's bigger than a Model Y. It's tall too. You have some headroom left here, but it comes down pretty low though because of that glass. But you have some headroom. You have a little light here, a little hook for your coat. Yeah, no luxury, but there's cup holders here, or you can fold that up and have a third seat. There's a tiny little window. You cannot see through it because the tonneau cover is down. And you got a screen here. There you go, everything is back on. The back seats here. What can we do? You can set where the air comes out of the vents. See, you can set up with your finger. Kind of fun. Let's see, there's seat setting here. That's for the heated seats. Music, you can set your music, you can play games down here. Look at that, that's cool for kids or adults, I guess. You can put your Bluetooth devices on. There's a cleaning mode for the screen, very important. There's a climate, and here's the fan. You can set the fan speed. You can put it lower too, so it's not always so high. Then your volume, and here's your movie entertainment, Netflix, YouTube, and everything. You can watch from here. So yeah, these seats here, the back of them feels pretty hard. So I have to say my F-150 is a lot more comfortable in the back seat, and there's also a lot more room in the back seat. So do I love the back seat? I'm okay with it. It's not, compared to the Model Y, for as small as the Model Y is compared to this back seat is larger, but it doesn't feel like you have tons of more leg room in it. But it isn't, you could go on a road trip in here. Yeah, pretty small windows on the side, and you can't see a thing outside the road. In that, it's kind of interesting. Okay, let's come back to my final words. Alright, at the end of the video, a couple more things I forgot to mention. This is the dual motor standard Cybertruck, so it's not the one, the Cyber Beast or anything, but it's, tell you, it's super fast too. For the exact information, I'll put it in the subtitles, so I'll have to research that. Another Cybertruck yeah, guy, so I don't know all the details. That's what it is. All of those, what I like is just ambient lighting here. See that? All around. And you can set it so it flickers and flashes with the music, and you can change the colors. So you don't need that, but it's kind of fun to play around with, I guess. So also pretty, you can see it. It's right now it's on red. So let's close this. And I like this, like all Teslas, the map is just fantastic. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just drive, and to drive it, see, it doesn't have stalks here. So here's your turn signals. Before you say that's really stupid, well, Lamborghini has had that for a long time and nobody said it's stupid. Here's swipe up. Now it's okay to drive, you know. Press the throttle and here we go. All not talk, so you can see if it makes sounds. Well, let's do that when we get to the main road. It has full self-drive too. And see the steering wheel? It turns really tight turns. See that? It turns really tight, so man, it does a good job. You can hear some air swooshing. That is the adaptive suspension. Lets some air out to lower us down a little bit. If you hit the accelerator, I don't want to do it here, you don't look like a jerk, then it's just it's even there for a split second. It takes off quick for a vehicle this size. It takes off pretty quick. Just drive up here for a moment, so signal. If there's no traffic, and here we go. Sounds a little bit like a tramway. Listen. You hear that? And I don't want to speed, so not gonna. First of all, it's not my vehicle, and second of all, I don't want to speed while I'm filming. It's not a smart thing to do, and if the police comes, you know, that won't look good. Hey, look, is that the cop there? Yep, that was the highway patrol. See how good it is that I'm not speeding. So I just said it, and there's the highway patrol, and speed is only 40 here, so now we're going 40. If you turn on autopilot, you push here, and here we are on standard. So it always goes a little bit over the speed. My feet off the throttle, and it does everything by itself. So yeah, standard Tesla stuff here. Hardware 4 computer, which is nice. It's supposed to be a lot better on full self-drive. This is not a full self-drive video, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. Look at that steering wheel. Do you like that? Let's push the horn. Is that odd? Let's listen if it makes that sound outside. I can't tell if it makes that sound outside too or not. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this Cybertruck review. I sure enjoy driving it, you know. It might not be my favorite vehicle, but if you get a Cybertruck to test it and drive it, why not, you know? Might as well enjoy it and love driving it. Wow, it's the angle, the turning radius is great. I mean, I love that. That's the mirror, by the way. Hit parking, hold P, and now we're in park. Okay guys, wish you a happy day. It's a wonderful day out here. I'm gonna go for a ride, and sadly I gotta go to work as well. So have a wonderful day and come back for more videos soon. Thank you.